Ms. Manfredi, the floor is yours for the conclusion.
President Guerini, you have, of course, asked me the impossible task, as you usually like to do, which is to conclude a conference that I only had the time to partially follow. But I've listened carefully to what you yourself, but also other participants have told me. And what I can conclude is that this has been a very successful event, a very rich one. For the part that I myself the privilege to follow, I've learned. And when I learn, I always say, good, key. Still, I can learn something after over 5 years of work in this field. 2023 has been a turning point for water. And it has been a turning point because we have been working well together. We have been using all the years before to focus our attention on what we need to do next. The UN Water Conference has catalyzed public attention. I don't know whether you have noticed, but now in Dubai, not only we are having some important side events that are focused on the nexus between water and climate, but President Macron and the President of Kazakhstan have announced that at the next UN General Assembly, there will be an ad hoc UN One Water Summit. And the political momentum continues to be there, and I think we have to stay very, very united to secure that this remains like that. It is not a coincidence that you have seen President von der Leyen announcing this water resilience agenda in September next year. Let's look at 2024. I see a number of milestones ahead that can really keep us united. First of all, with the World Water Day, you can expect quite some splash from our side on what we really need to do together to bring water there where it is, at the center of the triple planetary crisis. You have titled this event, Better Regulation for Climate Neutrality, but actually we know that we need this better regulation for pollution prevention, for biodiversity loss prevention, and in general, if I may say, for prosperity, because water is also poverty root cause. We are going to have then the Green Week event. I want to make a big publicity around that, May, because this year the European Green Week is only about water. It's only about the water resilience agenda. And I think it's really a call for all of you to please help us to the maximum to spread the message. And expect 2024 to be the year where we want to engage publicly and proactively with all of you, also ahead of the political elections, on a topic that should unite constituencies rather than dividing them. We are also in the crucial years of implementation of the Drinking Water Directive, of the finalization of the negotiation of urban wastewater, of the hopefully much better uptake of water reuse, another super important instrument to secure that indeed we have better regulation, and why not water price that is adequate. But also, we are concluding in these days, in these very weeks, so important pieces of legislation. I think of the Industrial Emission Directive that is going to introduce binding performance levels for water use across all the largest industries of Europe. I think of the Eco-Design for Sustainable Product Regulation. We have reached a provisional agreement the day before yesterday that is going to secure that we get a measurement of the footprint of individual products that are put on the market. Water will be one of those important components. What do I mean? I mean that the challenge now is to secure that the very many pieces of the puzzle that we have been building together, even just before, and certainly with a different intensity throughout the Green Deal, come now together. And this is the very difficult challenge ahead of us with the water resilience agenda, to pull the strings with your help, with your input, secure that the public debate helps us to identify precisely those loopholes that we may have, and indeed a sound and well-defined economic governance may well be one of those, where regulators could and should play a different role. But I want to conclude with maybe something that will make you smile. The colleague who just left us, unfortunately, from the World Bank, stressed how much in the World Bank they're stressing the 3 I's. Information, and this we are going to do for sure. Institutions, and here we have to see what is working and what maybe is not working that well. And investment. also on investment, I think that this is a mandate that can tag itself to have channeled so much more investment on water, but again, we need to step that up. I used to speak for long about the 3 S: savings, water efficiency first principle across economy, storage of water, which is something that we need because we are not that well equipped, and we have to think of nature-based solutions to do that in a manner that is compatible with our planet. And last but in no way least, solidarity. I heard one of the speakers in the previous panel pointing to the fact that we lack a proper water solidarity mechanism. If you unite my S with the World Bank I, you get to a little word I love in Italian. It's sì. Yes, we can make it. And thank you very much for staying united.